Have you seen the new video on Warrior's Fleet, the WTF? What the? Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
Rough. I just lost on offense. I mean, there you have it. WTF, Warrior's terrible fleet. And welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and I'm pretty excited to bring to you Xanadu Blood. Let's go look at Xanadu Blood's kit really quick so you can see why this works so well. And we're going to talk about the team composition I've come up with. I call it WTF, Warrior's Terrible Fleet, because it wins on offense and it on auto, and it wins on defense. That's right. I manually battled, tried to beat this team, and I couldn't beat it on defense with the team that I traditionally use that really isn't beatable. With a 7-star Houndstooth, I never lose, and yet I lost against this team. All right, now Xanadu Blood has 3 abilities and a reinforcement. Pretty simple. We're just going to blast through it. The reinforcement is okay. If he comes in, he does inflict breach on a target enemy for 2 turns. Can't be resisted or evaded, so that's a nice breach mechanic to add to the Houndstooth. It also inflicts defense down on all enemies for 2 turns, and then it says that can't be evaded either, and then grant all scoundrel allies retribution for 2 turns. I'm also going to talk about his unique next because it's not a really big deal. Rogue Maneuver, it deals physical damage to all enemies, and then it will inflict target lock on the weakest enemy that's remaining after the hit. So it hits everybody, whichever one was the weakest gets target lock, and then it calls an ally to assist. The really good ship aspect comes from the crew power and the basic. The basic, called Hull Breach, is there to apply a breach, just like target lock. So instead of a target lock fleet where you're just target locking everybody and you're getting all these benefits due to target lock, it's there and designed to hull breach everybody and get everybody breach on them, because once they have breach on them, many things happen to them as far as them slower and less evasion. And he gets a 65% chance to attack twice. So there's 2 attempts that he can inflict this breach on his basic, and it's on his basic. Well, the cool thing is his crew power. His crew power is actually, Cloak and Dagger is actually what makes him not just good, but overpowered. And this is definitely a ship that if you're on the high end and you spend, you're going to be buying, because you're going to want this competitive advantage for sure. He gains stealth for 1 turn at the start of the encounter. Now that prevents anybody from doing what we do right now, which is we see a team that's really hard to beat. Let's say it has the soldier on it. So we target the soldier and blast the soldier out of there really quick before they get a chance to, taunt and things like that. You won't even be able to target him. And then whenever another scoundrel ally, Houndstooth or Boba, but Houndstooth suffers a critical hit, and so we know all these other ships on the other side are like hitting your tank and they're critting and trying to chew through the Houndstooth, he's going to gain stealth. So you're going to put him into a perpetual state of stealth, basically. It also says bounty hunter allies are going to deal bonus damage. So this is him and Houndstooth and Boba Fett, if he's in there, equal to 10% of the target's max health when damaged when you're damaging breached enemies. So he's breaching on his basic. There's a special on Houndstooth that's going to breach, and so there's going to be a lot of breach going around, kind of like target lock. And there basically is an expose now available, and it will be white damage, kind of like expose is in ships, which is going to give you the ability to just maul through an individual ship, because you're doing all this extra bonus damage, including Houndstooth will be doing that extra bonus damage. While this ship is active, breached enemies have negative 25% offense. Now, breach does a bunch of things when Houndstooth and Xanadu's Blood is available. And so first off, negative 25% offense with Xanadu Blood, but let's look at Houndstooth again. Remember, Houndstooth also brings in negative 25% evasion if they're breached. So you've got negative 25% evasion, negative 25% offense, and that's in addition to the 2 negative status effects that, like negative 25% defense, that breach already brings to the table. So you're debuffing anyone with breach with 4 negative status effects, basically, causing them to hit, move slower, have less evasion, have less defense, have less offense, all because they're breached, all because these 2 ships have this crazy synergy. So it basically neuters the other team just having these 2 on board, which makes it really hard to get through the Houndstooth. And this is the lineup that I like to use. 7-star Houndstooth is going to be the only caveat. So if you don't have a 7-star Houndstooth, this lineup isn't going to work because everything in here is basically an attacker slash support except for Houndstooth. It's got to survive through the duration of about 4 turn cycles. And so Houndstooth 7-star has to be the way to go unless you're in like the top 500 and there's people without maxed ships. Then in that case, you know, top 200, top 500, you could probably use a 4 or a 5-star Houndstooth for this team comp. Now Ghost is in there because there's going to be Rebel synergy I'm bringing to the table, especially with Phantom 2 and Xanadu's Blood. And we also want to ensure that we're not getting this ship targeted either. Now, the good news is that most overpowered team I just talked about is really slow. And so you can actually outspeed it. There's a lot of compositions people are using now to beat it that are using really fast ships, such as, you know, Cruise Silencer and Poe's X-Wing right in the front lineup so they can blast that, you know, ship right off the bat, take it out, and not have to worry about it. With this, we're going to use this because of his stealthing mechanism, but what's even cooler is he brings about the ability to apply defense down, which is going to make it easier to kill things, and it goes stealth. So he goes stealth, Xanadu's Blood goes stealth. It really forces the hand of the individuals to go after Houndstooth, which they don't want to do. And every time they hit the Houndstooth critically, it's going to give Xanadu Blood stealth again. So that's kind of where that, again, where that synergy comes into play. So those 2 bottom ships are going to stay in stealth. And then Phantom 2 comes in. It has stealth mechanics and properties. It can target lock, and it's got massive synergy with Ghost. Plus, it's the best reinforcement in the game. It allows you to immediately flood the field with another, which is TIE Advanced. TIE Advanced is target lock guaranteed, massive hitter, especially in that second lineup. What happens is by the time he comes in, it's right when the Executrix does the offense up, and then offense up goes, and he's hitting for over 100,000. It doesn't matter what ship it is, and if it's on auto, he'll dispel first. When there's a ton of buffs, he'll get to take an immediate second turn and swammy for that 100K. So he's a really great second slot against the Houndstooth, and then Cassian for the dispel, as well as the ability to call an assist. And when he comes in, he cleanses all the craziness off of the opposing team. And Poe's there, but you can put anyone in that 4th lineup. In fact, I doubt Poe will ever even come into these battles, and Poe comes in and just one-hit wonders someone. So lots of great ships you can do in the backup, but I highly recommend for this lineup Phantom 2, TIE Advanced, and Cassian. And you want additional Rebel ships in the backup, so when they come in, if Ghost is still alive and he's calling assists and stealthing, he's going to call all those Rebel ships to assist, which is really, really cool. Basically what happens with this lineup is everybody's in stealth for the most part, and they're just forced to hit the Houndstooth. This is pretty evil, and it works very, very well. I've done tons of battles on auto, on manual. I'm having a really, 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 really difficult time beating this comp when I'm on offense. And on offense, this thing just chews through people both on auto battle as well as manual battle. So we're going to go ahead and go against the toughest team in the game that's known. It's the team that I suggested when Houndstooth came out. All right, now I'm not gonna go auto battle. I'm just gonna go ahead and play it manually, nice and slow, so you guys can kind of see what's going on and all the mechanics. First thing I'm gonna do, I could do an AoE and target lock, so we could do that. And in fact, the mechanics, so to speak, of the game will probably use that first. Or we could do the basic and do a whole breach and put breach onto Houndstooth, which will make Bosk easier to kill. Let's just go ahead and do the AoE. And we're gonna call to assist. We're gonna go over to Spy. Why not? Let's do some damage to Spy. And we're gonna call Ghost. There we go. And we knew they were gonna stealth, and that's okay. And then we're going to use our breach mechanic, and we got speed down. That's coming from Ghost. Okay, that was applied by the Ghost. And let's go ahead and get some AoE ability block. And now we're going to stealth Xanadu Blood. And at first it may seem like we're not doing too well against Houndstooth because they have a 7-star Houndstooth, but the magic is in what this team is capable of as they start to come out and kind of blossom, and it's almost impossible to kill right away. Now the AI is going to use the target lock, which is really great, and we're going to apply breach again, which again, remember, is offense down, evasion down, defense down. I mean, all of that stuff is coming. Now we're going to do an AoE Wah, 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 wah. And the AoE is really good because anything that's stealth that you're having a hard time getting to is naturally just going to kill them. And they can't really hide on this team. And look, we already get to bring another in. We're going to bring in Darth Vader. And the reason is we're about to put offense up by the Executrix. And so it's going to be insane. We're going to go ahead and hit. And we can hit Sunfac or we could hit Houndstooth. It really doesn't matter, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and hit Houndstooth. I mean, look at that. Right through that. And the reason is that breach mechanic just destroys the Houndstooth and allows for you to kind of get through the Houndstooth. Let's do defense, and we expose. Plus, all that debuffing gave him another turn. That's Zeb Aurelio's his ability. So you definitely want to get that maxed out. And boom, I mean, they haven't even hurt us. We're going to go ahead and dispel. And watch this. Bop. Oh, he's not taunting. Let's go ahead and put offense up. Again, we have this already in the bag. It may not seem like it, but we absolutely do. We're going to breach. Oh, he took a double shot, so we don't even need to worry about breach. We're going to stealth. We're going to stealth Xanadu again. And let's go ahead and target Spy. And done. And done. And I am taking my happy-go-lucky time on this fleet, and they haven't even gotten through the protection. And let's go ahead and breach. I should have done it on the other guy, but I just wanted to finish him off. Let's go ahead and put defense down, expose. We'll hit him. And let's go ahead and try and target lock / ability block him. Ability block him, I mean. And that should be it. Oh, one more. Let's go ahead and hit him there. And you can see the team is highly buffed. Many people are in stealth. This is an absolute insane victory against a team that is exceptionally difficult to beat. And a lot of people are writing into me, how do I beat it? How do I beat it? How do I beat it? Everyone's struggling with the team. I just absolutely walk through it. I'm going to show you the exact same battle on full auto. Check this out.
The closer you got to me, the faster I try to leave. Like a mirage, like a mirage. The scars that you don't let keep on my arms, I appear empty. Like a mirage, like a mirage.
All right, let's go ahead and go full auto. And let's see. Let's get breach. No, we didn't get our breach. Dang it. All right. That's all right. Okay, got some... Let's get some expose and some ability block. Of course not. Boom. Oh no, man. This is starting to look bad. We still have Houndstooth in there, so we should be all right. And it's 4-on-4, and we've got all of our geos out now, so we should be able to do all of that, you know, triple shots, double shots. So this is going to be really good. And they're stuck on Houndstooth. It would be the same as me. I'd be stuck on Houndstooth, which is kind of the problem. And their Houndstooth, our Houndstooth, is breached, so it's kind of getting screwed up a little bit. But he cleansed himself on his basic, so that's good. And this is not looking good at all. So far, Houndstooth has had taunt the entire time. This is the first opportunity we don't have taunt, so we can target someone else. Well, now the other ship has taunt, so we have to target it. Well, we got a ship. We finally killed a ship. And the breach is going to make it easy to kill Houndstooth now. Because he's got less defense and things as such. So there he goes. Man, this is rough. This isn't even 2 minutes in, and we've been able to take out one ship. Rough. I just lost on offense. Let's make sure that wasn't a fluke. All right. It's really hard to get breach on the other ship because the potency is lower than the other ship's tenacity, so the chance to resist is really, really high. All right, let's see how we do. That may have been a fluke. Let's just see. It's 4 on 4. I've got all my geos out, so that should be good. All right, it's 5 versus 4. There's some dots out now, and the Houndstooth's been taunting basically this entire time, so even if I was manually battling, I'd be stuck on Houndstooth. All right, let's do it. Man, those calls to assists make it difficult. We got breach, finally, but he's taunting, so we have to hit him. Uh-oh, there's some expose out. Man, we need some damage dealers. All right, here we go. Man, they're getting buffed. Boom! Dang, another one bites the dust. We haven't lost any ships yet. We need to kill somebody. Get some expose, hopefully. There we go. We should be able to choose through some teams now. There we go. We got rid of their Houndstooth. Nice. Oh. All right. Let's manual battle to see if I'm in control, if I can actually beat this team. All right. We're going to try to breach. You hit the other ships, turn meter goes to him, and he ends up taunting anyway, so the whole point is try to get breach on him because you gotta make him, you gotta kill him. And breach makes it much easier to kill. All right, well, we have to, we're ability blocked. We have to do basics only right now. That's the other thing, is when you're going against Geos, having that ability block from the Executrix is amazing because expose makes them squishier, and the ability block prevents them from getting a bunch of, you know, double and triple mollywops on your team before you can get your reinforcements. They call a reinforcement. Let's call a reinforcement. I'm going to stun their ship. Better than him. All right, he's still taunting. We got to go after him. Ooh, the AoE. That's where Ghost comes into play. That's why I theory crafted having Ghost in the front 3. He's very powerful in the front 3. All right, our Houndstooth's still hanging in there pretty good. So is our Sunfac. We've got a couple of taunters that are still doing pretty decent. Uh-oh, some damage over times over our ships. That's going to be painful. Let's get some offense up. Let's try and kill somebody with our ships. Oh man, the dots are they're still taunting. Dang it. I mean, I can't target anybody else. Offense up. I gotta bring somebody in. Check it out. Let's get rid of all their green. Come on, please. Let me be able to kill something. All right. Shoot. Let's get. I gotta take something out. This is freaking hopeless. All right, let's do this. Let's. Bam! Oh, almost. Gosh, almost killed him. I got regeneration of protection, so that was good. Don't! No! All right, 3 minutes in. This isn't looking good. Let's try an ability block, AoE, get some damage. Got some ability block. Let's expose him. Well, it's nasty down at least. Let's cleanse my guy and get some protection back. I mean, there you have it. WTF, Warriors' terrible fleet. What do you think of the new team? It's pretty crazy. Are you guys going to go all in on Xanadu's blood, or are you guys going to theory craft something that can beat this team? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, keep your gaming on. Warrior out.